Hi, I'm Kevin Farrell. I'm Chief Operating Officer of Prius Healthcare USA. And today I'm going to demonstrate how to set up and how to operate the Rhythm Multi. So first we have our 36-inch Rhythm Multi mattress. Come in a box. We also have a bag in with it. There's a strap here that holds it together for shipping. And then you can just roll it onto the mattress. One thing you're going to want to make sure that you do is that there are 8 D-ring straps. These straps, and the D-rings here, there's 2 on each side, there's 2 on the foot, and 2 on the head end. You're going to want to make sure that you secure these under the top deck of the mattress so that it moves with the mattress as you articulate the bed. So I'll demonstrate one of these for time's sake. Pull it through, and then go through the middle of the D-ring, the 2 D-rings. Secure it all the way down. So you'll do that for all 7 others. Now that the mattress is set up on the bed, I'm going to get the control unit, which will also come boxed. You're going to hang this from the footboard. Now, depending on what your footboard, how it's made, we have these nice little footboard holders. Okay, and then one of the unique features of Prius mattress systems is that we have what we call our cable management system. So with that, I can run this cord through a series of fabric loops on the side of the mattress. All the way up to the head end of the bed. And by doing that, we get this cord up off the ground. It eliminates a tripping hazard for both the caregiver and for the patient that's utilizing the mattress. Now that we have our control unit hanging from the bed and plugged in up at the head end, we're going to go ahead and connect the mattress to the control unit. There is a little cap on here, and then you'll notice with this, there are grooves on the top of the connector, of the coupler. So if I put it in upside down, it's not going to let me fix it. You got to make sure those grooves are up top, and so it'll be put in the proper way. Now, a secondary hose here, this is our exhaust hose, and it goes into the male fitting, which is right here. It's just a CPC connector, and push in and connect it like such. In order to operate the unit, we have a power switch on the side. We're going to flip that to the on position. That illuminates the standby button, which means the control panel is now ready for operation. We also have a power button on the control panel itself, which is going to move it from standby to operate. Now your control unit is running and the mattress is ready to start inflating. Now I'm going to discuss the features on the control panel. We have our unit running. The button next to right next to the power button is our lockout button. So what this does is it keeps anybody from housekeeping or say a family member from altering any of the controls that we set up with the Rhythm Multi. To activate the lockout, we just push it once. The orange light illuminates, and that means I can't operate any of the buttons. Now to unlock it, if you do need to change any of the controls, push and hold, and as soon as that orange light extinguishes, then the unit is able to be altered once again. Now, next to the lockout button is our auto firm. So we encourage using the auto firm button for ingress and egress of the mattress. As it is a immersive mattress and the patient is supposed to immerse into it, it makes it difficult when it's soft to get the patient in and out of bed. So go ahead and push that auto firm button. It's going to ramp the control unit all the way up to a setting of 10, firming up this mattress and allowing you to get the patient in and out. Now, it does have a feature on it, which is a 25-minute timeout, because you wouldn't want your patient to be in auto firm for any length of time. If you forget to turn off the auto firm once you put the patient back in bed, it'll reset itself after 25 minutes. Or if you turn it off, you'll see that light extinguishes and it goes back to the setting you were at before. So it does have a memory from auto firm. Next, what I'm going to talk about is the therapy of the Rhythm Multi. So because it's called the Rhythm Multi, there are multiple therapies that we can use. One is static, which means all of the air cells are at the same pressure. It does provide immersive properties. It is providing temperature and microclimate management of the low air loss. However, if you're going to acquire a Rhythm Multi, it's best to use it in one of its two other states. The first one is pulsate. So when I hit that mode button, it moves from static to pulsate. You might hear that the motor itself just ramped down. It goes down 2 steps, and for 60 seconds, it's going to stay at that lower volume of air. And then 60 seconds later, it's going to rise up to the original setting that you have it at. That provides a waveform type effect, and there are some facilities that have decided that type of alternating pressure is beneficial for the patient. Now, the other setting we have, if you move over one more, is to alternate. And with alternation, that means every third cell in the mattress is going to deflate for a period, right now it says of 3 minutes. And then it'll inflate again, and then the next set of 3 cells will will deflate. We'll show that in the mattress in just a second. Cycle. So by hitting the cycle time button, I can move up my number of minutes in increments of 1, so from 3 to 20 minutes. And then once I go beyond 20, I can set it in increments of 5 minutes, all the way up to 95. Now that might be helpful late at night if you have a patient that's not very compliant and is having issues with the alternation, maybe trying to sleep. If you put it at 95 minutes, that'll give plenty of time for them to fall asleep before the mattress changes. Okay, so this is 3-in-1 alternation, as I discussed earlier. So as you can see, I have 2 cells that are firm, and then the third cell is completely deflated to 0 pressure. 0 pressure up here. 2 cells firm, 0 pressure up here. What that's doing is that's helping induce reactive hyperemia, which is going to speed your healing time and certainly do a fantastic job of prevention as well. With that, so for my cycle time is set for, say, 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, these cells will stay deflated, and then you're going to have a 2-minute rest period where the whole mattress will go to static. And so these will inflate, everything will be inflated, and then after that 2-minute period, the next set of cells, of 3 cells, these will all deflate just as these ones are here. That provides the alternating pressure. Now, you'll notice that we do a 3-in-1 system. Very few other mattress manufacturers across the country use a 3-in-1. The reason we do a 3-in-1 instead of a 2-in-1, which would mean every other cell deflates, is that almost 70% of the body is supported by air during our alternation cycle. From a clinical standpoint, there's no difference between 2-in-1 and 3-in-1. You're still getting the benefits of reactive hyperemia. However, from a patient comfort standpoint, being supported by more air is going to take away some of the objections of being on an alternating pressure mattress. With a 2-in-1 system, sometimes the patient feels like the bed is lumpy or they feel like they're falling in a hole. Now with more air supporting their body, they're going to have a much more compliant time on the mattress. So 2 more features I need to discuss on the control panel. One is the alarm reset. If there is a power failure, this will illuminate, blink, it'll also beep. You can hear the audible beep as well. If I hit this button, it resets the entire control panel. So when I turn the unit back on properly, I start at my default settings. If, however, the power's cut and you don't hit that alarm reset button, when the power comes back on, it has an 8-hour memory, so it's going to remember the settings you were in before. Now, the final thing I'd like to discuss, control panel-wise, is the firmness and softness of the mattress. You'll see here the Rhythm Multi has 10 settings, ranging from 1 to 10. Now, with the Rhythm Multi, the same control unit is used to power our 36-inch mattress, like we have here on the bed, our 42-inch bariatric mattress, and also our 48-inch bariatric mattress. So as such, when you're on a 36-inch like this, you should never go above setting 4. Everybody that's wide enough to use the standard width, 4 will be the highest that you want to go to. Now you'll notice when the Rhythm Multi turns on, it defaults to a setting of 5. So you're going to immediately want to put that down depending on the size of the patient. And I'm going to show you now how to do the hand check method, which is the way we recommend to set the proper pressure. So let's talk about the hand check method. What I'm going to do to test for the proper amount of pressure, I'm going to take my hand perpendicular to the floor. I'm going to insert it between cells right where the patient's bottom would be. when I stick my hand in here, I should be able to just feel the patient's weight just barely resting on that hand. If it's too heavy on my hand, that means we need to increase the speed of the motor. If I can't feel that patient's bottom at all, we need to turn down the motor so that we can feel that on the hand. That's how you set the correct pressure on the Rhythm Multi. So with the pressure, one other thing, I realize and recognize that nurses' times are very limited. You guys have a lot going on. So if you don't have time to do a hand check method, we do have an overlapping diagram that shows based on weight where you should set this. However, I do want to stress the official stance from us as a manufacturer is to use the hand check. But if you can't, we do have that general guideline that may help you out. Okay, let's talk about the CPR function. On some mattresses, you may find a CPR pole up at the head end of the bed. However, on the Rhythm Multi, the power that this blower puts out is so strong that the CPR needs to be done at the unit itself. So for CPR, and you can see the graphic here, you're just going to pull out the coupler from the mattress, from the control unit. That'll lower your amount of air quickly in the Rhythm Multi. Let's talk about the exhaust hose for a second as well. So same thing, there's a CPC connector. I just push that button in and it removes the exhaust. Now, why do we need an exhaust hose in the Rhythm Multi? The reason is because this unit can put up as much as 1,275 liters of air per minute. As a result, the blower unit itself builds up a lot of heat, especially when we're in the alternating mode and we cut off one of the pipes running into the mattress. So as such, we need a way to exhaust that heat off of the Rhythm Multi. We do that through this hose, and then which eventually terminates here in a muffler on the foot end of the bed. So it's removing heat from the mattress. It's also exhausting all that excess air, and that's the reason for having an exhaust hose. Here's the back of the Rhythm Multi control unit. There's two features that I did want to show you. One, you'll notice we have spring-loaded hooks. That allows us to affix to almost any type of footboard on a bed frame. So that's why those will be important. Now, the other thing, which is of utmost importance, is right here we have a filter, okay? This is where our air intake is. And with this filter, it's gonna collect all the dust and any other thing that's in the air to protect the blower unit that's inside of the Rhythm Multi. Now, with this filter, you must, every 30 days, run it under some warm water, get all that dust out of there, let it dry for about 5 minutes, and then go ahead and put this back in. If the filter isn't removed and cleaned at least every 30 days, you could have an issue where too much dust builds up inside the motor. It'll cause the motor to sputter, and then you'll have a service issue. So please remember, take out this filter, run it under warm water, get all the dust out, let it dry, and then place it back in. After about 18 to 24 months, the filters may start to break up and you need to replace the filters. At Prius Healthcare, we have the filters here in stock at any given time, so we can send you them as you need them. So that ends any of the operation there of the control unit, any explanation. We do have a quick reference guide that we will provide for you that'll be able to answer any questions that you may have after watching this video. Let's talk about the mattress of the Rhythm Multi. You'll notice the top cover. It is a nylon polyurethane cover that is very low friction, very low shear to help prevent any skin tears or any issues with a fragile patient's skin. So they'll move real nicely along with it. I get questions often about, should I put anything on top of the Rhythm Multi in terms of bedding, sheeting, that sort of thing. My official manufacturer's recommendation is to have the patient lie directly on this low friction, low shear cover. However, I understand for cleanliness issues, also incontinence issues, that you may want to address those. So we are okay with putting a single incontinence pad, like a chuck. I'll show this absorbent pad that we have here. This one actually is breathable. One of those being down, not a problem. The other thing is if you need any sheeting, what we recommend is using a single flat sheet. Don't use a fitted sheet, because as we move the head of the bed up, if it's a fitted sheet, we could have a hammocking issue. And with that fitted sheet hammocking, that can cause skin integrity issues. So a single flat sheet will work out just fine. One of the features of the Rhythm Multi top cover is that you'll notice we have this infection control lip, as we call it. So that goes completely over top of the zipper. So what you don't want are fluids dripping down into your zipper, making it very hard to clean off. So as a result, this infection control lip goes over the entire bottom cover of the Rhythm Multi. So if there are any fluids, they will drip straight down to the floor. Let's talk about the air cells now. Our air cells are always nylon-covered polyurethane. Now that's different from some in the industry that are nylon PVC. With nylon polyurethane versus PVC, what you're going to find is that these are lighter, they're stronger, and they last far longer than a nylon PVC air bladder. I liken it similar to steel and aluminum. So with steel, you have something that's heavier, more malleable. With aluminum, it's light, it's strong, it's a better quality product. And because we want your Rhythm Multi to last for up to as long as 10 to 15 years, we build out a high quality construction. With every air cell in the Rhythm Multi, you'll see here, there's 2 holes on each side. So there's 4 low air loss holes in every Rhythm Multi, giving you true low air loss. We're generating plenty of air to interact with that top cover, and it acts as a wicking effect to help draw away moisture, to help with your temperature and microclimate of your patient. Another feature of the Rhythm Multi is our cell containment system. This blue polyester material runs all the way up to the top end of the bed, and it keeps every cell in its order, so that they don't end up stacking on top of each other and cause any sort of issues with the mattress. For protection in a power outage, every Rhythm Multi has a 2-inch foam pad that is underneath the air cells. This will provide, if the power is cut, the mattress will deflate. This will provide some temporary relief with the Rhythm Multi so that they're not laying directly on the pan deck of the bed. Another feature of the Rhythm Multi is our modularity of our air cells. So every air cell can be removed on its own. So if you ever do have an issue, again, this being a nylon polyurethane, you probably won't have any seams or anything blow out. But what you might have is a scalpel cut or some sort of damage done to the cell. And if so, you don't need to replace the whole mattress. You can merely replace a single cell. As you'll see here, every cell has a wraparound snap onto the bottom cover. And then there's a CPC connector. So I have just dislodged that from the manifold. Another snap here on the other side. I can simply go ahead and pull out the air cell at that point and replace it with a new one. Now let's talk for a second about the bottom cover of the Rhythm Multi. It is a heavy-duty Cordura, which is a woven polyester. It's lined with PVC on the inside to make it completely impervious to fluids. And with that, very strong, will last quite a long time. A couple unique features on the Rhythm Multi that will show on the bottom cover. One is that cable management system that I talked about earlier. These fabric loops that run up to the head of the mattress in order to get that cable up off the ground. If you have a DVT or some other unit that is also hanging from the bed, there's plenty of room on either channel, and it runs on both sides, so you can run it up on either side of the bed. Another unique feature of the Rhythm Multi is that underneath the mattress, we have a nylon slide sheet that goes all the way up to the head end of the mattress. Now with that, what its purpose is as you raise the head of the bed, it means the mattress is gonna work very smoothly with that lifting of the Fowler. And because of that, you're not gonna get the friction that you may get, or the skidding that you may get on a vinyl bottom mattress. So it provides a very easy movement for the patient. Won't be jarring or disruptive to them. One disclaimer I want to say about having that nylon slide sheet underneath. With any air mattress, you always want to make sure that you're securing it down to the frame with a D-ring style strap like this. It's especially important with the Rhythm Multi because this does move so easily with that nylon slide sheet that you attach your Rhythm Multi to the bed frame. Now for the most unique feature of the Rhythm Multi system. We call it our Happy Heel. It is a patent pending product that we have. And as you here on the patient left-hand side at the foot, we have a mechanical dial. With this, we can control the amount of air in the heel section. As many of you know, heels are one of the most susceptible areas to pressure ulcers on the human body. So what we've designed is a system to reduce the amount of air in the heel versus the rest of the mattress to soften it up even more, to help with whatever other heel protocols that you currently have in your facility. So with this dial, when I turn it once clockwise, that lets out 10% of the air in the last 4 air cells in the heel section. If I do a second turn, now I'm 25% less air than the rest of the mattress. And for maximum effect, when I open it up a third time, now 50% of the air is reduced from this heel section, really softening it up and providing a comfortable and therapeutic environment for your patient's heels. On behalf of everybody here at Prius Healthcare USA, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you do have any issues with your Rhythm Multi, I'm going to give you a line that you can call in order to get any questions answered at any time. And that's 877-446-4925. And once again, thank you for choosing Prius Healthcare USA.